It's another Friday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I'm Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the lovely ladies. Hi, ladies.
Good morning.
And we have with us Chidi Dere. We snatched you from the news.
Yeah, you know, in sports, you say, I'm making my debut, official debut, a starter.
Yeah, yes. You're good. How you doing? Let me start with you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Work is fantastic. It's the weekend, so it's my favorite time of the week.
What are you planning this weekend?
I sit in front of the TV and I watch a lot of sports.
Are you serious?
There's the Miami Open finals Saturday, Sunday. The league football is back to Europe, so it's fantastic
Speaking
weekend.
French right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. That's why I'm doing it intentionally.
Or do you do it because you love it?
I love it.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
I don't understand.
Are you in a relationship? Does your guy like watching football?
We play PS.
Wow, you guys are just ideal.
PlayStation.
PlayStation. You guys are just ideal. That's so nice.
So you're in a relationship?
Mariah, can we
change
How are you doing?
How is that? Because people think that once you like sports and you're a tomboyish kind of girl, you don't have a life. Your life is all about TV and getting all thuggish. Do you have a life?
Feminine side.
I think we have the best life because we have the both lives. Because you can live as a girl and you can hang with the guys. So I have a lot to talk to you about, and I have a lot to talk to them about.
Oh, fantastic! Yes, yes.
No, I was saying that girls like that, I think they get like the best guys. Because, you know, they're friends, so they know them well before they make the decision.
There's no for me.
Yeah.
That we should watch sports with our husbands. We should develop interest in the team our husband likes. You don't even have to develop it. It just comes to you naturally.
I think you actually, it work better for you if you supported the team he doesn't like. Because then there's something to argue about.
Something to argue about. Interesting. I hate football. So you know, having my husband is not into football at all, so which is great. Cool. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Aside from watching football, any other thing happening this weekend? Sunday, go to church. You do church?
Go to church and
Catholic.
No. I'm Pentecostal.
Ah, cool. How you doing, Topsy? Any plans of the weekend?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to have a hangout. I'm not sure, but I.
Who's we?
I don't know what the brief is going to be, but let me just say what my plans are for this weekend. I'm going to ship my kids over to Mariah's house tomorrow. Yes, because they're looking forward to. They say we've not been to Elizabeth's house this year throughout 2019, and maybe 2019. Like 2019 is a very long, you know. So I'm like, okay, let me get permission, and then you guys can hang out. But I was talking to a friend, and I was getting into conversation of saying how hard I've worked. And the guy kept coming back to me with many replies. And I just realized that really we might get distracted with our hard work, but the truth is I have to say that every good thing in my life has been by grace. And I shouldn't in any way start thinking, oh, Tokwe is hardworking, Tokwe works very hard. It is, God's grace has been awesome over my life. And I just want to openly declare that I am proudly, not my work, I'm not smart, I'm not the best favored person, but I'm here and it is grace.
Fantastic. Nice. Holy.
You know,
Hi, Mariam.
I'm good. Plans for the weekend. The only thing I'm certain of right now is Sunday there'll be church. I don't know what will happen in between. Someone sent me a message saying that, oh, she watches Your View and she loves me, and you know, there's something unique about me. And then going through my pictures, she found out that my mom used to be one of the directors of nursing that taught her when she was in nursing school, and how my mom is just an amazing person, and a disciplinarian as well. So it was so sweet.
That's so sweet.
I get calls, you know, I get calls like that about my mom and all that she does. So I called my mom yesterday. I'm saying, Mommy, thank you that I can raise my head, you know, high. People will say, we go to the hospital, people were not doing their job, but the moment she walked in, everybody's like, it just makes me so proud that, I mean, we don't have silver and gold, but we have a good name. So thank you, Mom.
Fantastic. Nice.
God bless you.
Nice. Great one. My mom came around yesterday. What's her usual moi? She always comes around with big packs of moi and eggs and everything. And the whole house, it's just fun to have grandmas around. I have two grandmas in the building. Grandma in the house loves to cook. You know, she likes to cook the palm oil stew, and the palm oil will be flowing around.
Yeah, that's a kitty thing. Mariah, but really,
I've learned the stew, and I really like it, actually.
Yeah, as in, my mom came back from Ekiti one time, and she brought egusi in like this custard bowl, and like half of the bowl was palm oil. And I couldn't understand, like, where is this egusi? Where is this egusi? Like,
same thing with my mom. When she cooks, the palm oil will just be there.
But they use the real one, and it's healthy.
But, but I like that. It's very, very... I like that it's very, very not watery though. That's not the word I'm looking for.
But it's healthier to have
it's healthier
oil
than vegetable oil.
Yeah,
very much oil, very much healthier.
Vitamin A.
It's very much healthier. Yeah. So I mean, initially I didn't understand it, but the moment I understood that palm oil was healthier, I just fell in love with that stew.
And how old is she? And she's still
in her
strong.
70s.
Yeah, so she's doing something right. She's eating something right.
Okay, it's Funny Friday.
Yep.
So over the week, we bumped into some funny pictures. Take a look at this.
What's going on?
What's going on here?
So okay, he's about to read the paper.
Yes,
he's reading a press release.
Yes. History will never forget.
Okay, so that was a little boy trying to pretend he's a reporter.
But the funny part is the guys that are pretending to be the cameramen were behind the interviewee, which is a bit funny because you're supposed to be in front of the guys.
It's so funny. You see how kids are. They take bamboo sticks and that's like their microphones.
Like camera.
Then he's got...
So they watch TV. So they see these things and they're trying to depict how our presidents... Because usually foreigners don't even use papers, you see?
Those were not cameras.
No,
those are the security people at the back.
Oh, with the guns.
With the guns.
Ah, right. Interesting. Very creative. There's these kids that do these funny things.
The Korodu boys.
The Korodu boys.
I think that we need to bring them. And we always discuss it and talk about this, our native sense, this innate creativity in all of us that we educationally break down. Like this, what we're seeing with these kids. The Korodu boys are just hilarious. They do this memes. They copy everything. They can probably copy what we're doing now, and they will do like they will have noodles on their hair. They will have wheelbarrow as their car. Really.
I think is more with the fact that they have parents or guardians who allow them to express this creative art.
There's another video I think we saw. It was actually in the picture. Let's say that other one. Says history will never forget Queen Amina of Zaria, who led men to war, while today's ladies only lead men to ShopRite. Ole jati jati.
Ole jati jati.
Ole jati jati.
Oh,
hey, ole, it's the same thing. Yeah. Hey, but I'm saying, today's women, yes, you will lead them to ShopRite. Auntie.
Oh, please, don't mind.
Hey, let me come to you because you're the only one that is single amongst us. But where do you lead your men to?
Why ShopRite? There are better places if you're bent on spending
what they mean is that you lead them to places where you spend money. That's what they say. But do you lead your man to spend money?
In today's world, you spend money regardless.
Do you lead your men to spend money? Yes or no?
Well, it depends. I'm a homebody anyway.
She leaves them to watch sports.
I prefer to stay indoors. I'm more. Not necessarily on my phone, but I like to read books. So.
But some women like men spending money on them.
See, that
I've always had a problem with that.
See, that meme, I don't mind men. Amina Zozo, she led men to their deaths too, as well. So at least now we lead you to ShopRite, we lead you to the altar. So just take that and be grateful.
That's it. That's good. Let's take one more. I think we have one more. Okay.
Okay, I didn't get this.
1, 2, 3.
So there are 7 churches in one building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jehovah. Nigeria will hail thee. See, every part. So in one floor, there are 2 churches. In the next floor, there's one church. And the next floor, there are 2 churches too. On the ground floor, you got 1 church. Oh, my Lord. And we're calling the same God, right?
I wonder why all of them couldn't just gather together and just pray together.
I just
feel that should be the building closest to heaven. What do you think?
In my mind, I know most of those churches will have bands and music instruments. So I'm just imagining, this one having Thanksgiving, this one having worship service.
Special number, and the whole building is just...
And there are 2 sides. You could decide, people could decide to have one service after the other to give each other space. Or they could actually decide to compete with each other and be trying to decide who would make the loudest noise.
I want to know where that church is. I want to visit the city.
I have one close to me, 2 churches in one building.
I've been to a church that there was another church in the building. My God, it was chaotic. while you're quiet in your orchard, the other people are hitting, you know, so it was horrible.
There's another one that we ran into, I think, somebody saying, beware of my son, beware of my son.
Oh, that was funny.
My house is not for sale, please beware of my son, Kola and his girlfriend. Oh, you girlfriends, eh? Pushing men to go and collect something that doesn't belong to them. So that's an interesting picture right there. But yeah, all those memes are online, and you can actually just go online and get any of them. They're pretty funny.
Laughing. Yes, because it's good to laugh. Honestly, that's
Friday, we want to just laugh and relax, because trust me, it's a stressful country. It's a very stressful country. It is.
Oh, wow.
You don't think so?
Spending 1 hour, 30 minutes in traffic
single.
to work.
She's not really like mother.
Work. I went to the island and I'm like, people do this every day. I was complaining and someone was telling me that, but you know that my wife goes through this journey every day. I said, well, I'm happy I'm not her, but it now made me calm down in my ranting and raving, because some people actually go to the island.
I was complaining to Mariam earlier that like my guest had sent in money from that to get hair done, clothes done, stuff done. So when she comes back, she just picks up. None of it was done. Oh. None. That's the stress we go through.
Well, we've had service issues in Nigeria. You know, people who render services, they don't seem to take you seriously unless you're there. But I feel if you take things as they come, which is the policy I have adopted, you make plans. You make plans, but then you don't. I don't force it.
Don't make it an issue.
Yeah, don't make it an issue.
Okay. I think we found a way to work with like tailors and people that don't give. Yes, so you say to them, I'm doing the event 2 weeks before the actual date. So
let's go on a quick break. It's Friday. That's why we're just another way. We're going to review 4 papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Cool.
No. Chidebere just told us something that I will not say. I won't say, don't worry. But it was a very crucial information. Juicy information. Just 2 seconds, she said it now. All right. We'll save it for another day. Let me not embarrass you on national television.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's start with Daily Sun. Tinubu to federal government, don't hike VAT. It will increase hardship, he says. IPOB court revokes Kanu's bill, orders his arrest. Rivers PDP alleges plot to stop results collation using security report. How technology affected our position in OPEC, says Buhari. Ekitiguba appeal court upholds Fayemi's victory. And group canvasses Buhari's life chairmanship of APC BOT. The major headline, Tinubu to federal government, saying that don't hack the VAT. I watched that yesterday. Yesterday was his colloquium, it was his birthday. And everybody, in fact, they locked down Abuja for this money. I mean, this is just an interesting event, and it was lots of people. The vice president was there. The vice president represented the president. And what Tinubu had said is that they need to increase the tax bracket, even including him. If he's not paying taxes, make him pay taxes. That everybody must pay taxes, because if you increase the VAT for the common man, it's going to just increase the hardship for them. So they must widen that bracket, get everybody who's not paying taxes must pay taxes, both rich and middle class must pay taxes. That would help to spur the economy to grow.
Yes, and then he also said that we should not follow the temptation of just following different economic plans blindly, foreign economic plans blindly. We should find the one that works for us.
Customize the one for us.
Yes.
Tinubu to Buhari, give Nigerians better life in your next term. Once privatization revisited, that's, I think, for power. One's against tax increments, unjustified electricity charges. Let's see. Osun Tribunal ruling, this judgment can't stand, says Aregbesola. Senate decries federal government's poor execution of 2018 budget. Respite for Abaribe orders as court orders Kanu's arrest. INEC pushes for electoral offences bill, worries over harassment of ad hoc staff. National Assembly sends 30,000 naira minimum wage bill to Buhari for assent. And PDP's Fintiri wins in Adamawa. Osun Oyetola seeks reversal of tribunal's decision at appeal court. And Fayemi's election upheld as court dismisses Eleka and PDP's appeal. Let's talk about Fintiri's win in Adamawa.
It's victory for democracy. We're in a setting where incumbent governors are losing their seats. Incumbent senators are losing their seat. Now, Fintiri, former, of course, governor himself, he came in after the former governor was impeached. He showed what he can do. Coming back, the people felt more confident in his abilities, and it just feels good when you know the people has voted.
You know, Joey Walker came here on, I think it was Monday, and he was trying to make us understand that, listen, the reason why we're seeing the results we're seeing is because things were done the proper way. Although we've seen a lot of violence, even the EU and even international observers said, listen, there was vote buying here and there were issues of violence here and there. But if we look at the whole summation, it seems that a lot of surprises came. We saw a lot of interesting results this election. So can we really, it's not a question for you, just a rhetorical question. Can we really categorically say that this was a election that was completely compromised? Because it was possible that the people's actually desire actually came to pass.
That would be a bit harsh to say it was compromised, because look at what happened in Akwa Ibom, Akpabio. You can't lose the faith. You can't lose the faith of the people and expect situations to come out. So Saraki happens to him too. So it's a situation where, as much as it's not where we want it to be, it's not where the world wants it to be, but here and there you see reflection of it.
Let's take Oshun. The Aregbesola is saying that the tribunal ruling cannot stand. They're obviously going to appeal it. That's the story. Yeah, and quickly linking it to Ekiti State, the appeal court has reaffirmed and upheld the governor as Fayemi. So we'll see what appeal court will say, because until it goes through the appeal court, you really can't say what the verdict will be. Okay, let's move on to The Punch. Mixed reactions as Tinubu urges federal government to revisit power sector privatization. Pastors kill brother-in-law for preventing church service in Ogun. 4 injured in a Ekiti tanker inferno. On again, CCT chairman wrongly accused journalists. CTC's record shows. Nigeria denied foreign loans over herdsmen farmers clashes, says minister. We talked about interior already. Let me take another story we've not talked about. I think that's about it. Then PDP senators-elect may present candidates for Senate presidency. Okay, let's talk about the human interest stories.
Okay, so, these 2 self-acclaimed pastors, their names are Chukwuka Stephen, he's 43, and Ejim Stephen, 39, killed their brother-in-law, Peter Chukwuem, February 5th. He was married to their older sister. He brought them from the village to live with him in Ogun State. And while they were living with him, they started a church right in front of his house. But then over time, he noticed that he wasn't happy with the way that they were carrying themselves. And so he said to them to just leave his place. And then on this particular day, he went to the farm with his daughter and he met 2 of them there at the farm. Nothing happened. Then he went back in the evening and his wife later found him butchered. And they were caught. The police asked them the questions, and they said, yes, they did that because he stopped their church from taking place right in front of his house. This is a man that was kind enough to bring you from the village to give you a life, and this is how you treat him.
No, I think what I find more appalling is the fact that you're supposed to be a church.
Should be,
you know, the church
self-acclaimed.
So the church for me, is not necessarily the building; it's the person. You are supposed to be an example.
Well, let's go on a break. When we come back, trending topics is what we're going to talk about. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, me, I don't like talking about people, though. It is these ladies. They like to be talking. They like to be born. Anyway, this story of an 18-year-old actor, Reginald Daniels, has been trending for a while now. And this has met different reactions from everybody. According to reports, she allegedly purchased a massive house for herself and her mother and acquired a brand new Mercedes-Benz in 1 week. She also flaunted new wristwatches worth over 3 million naira. This has raised a lot of eyebrows. People like Tope are wondering, where did she get this money from on social media? Now, you can join the conversation on 070-806-68014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect, please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Now, I'm not even sure what we're talking about this lady, but the thing is, our real issue is this big God mentality that young girls have, flaunting wealth.
Yeah, big God, small girls, big God.
Small girl, big God. The young ladies have. And they aspire to wear the finer things of life, you know, live in the big buildings, drive the big cars. And there's so much pressure on young people when they see young girls like this. 18-year-old, I must remind us, throwing money around. And your parents will put you under pressure that, what are you doing? See your mates. So we need to continually have this conversation because young girls feel as if, what am I doing wrong?
Oh, no, Mariah, the reason people like us to ask questions is because it's an unknown source of income. No. It's the unknown source of income. It's like when Jackson 5 probably bought a PJ or something, when Michael Jackson at a young age probably has a private jet or is flying or driving a Rolls Royce, we understand that, Michael Jackson is touring the world, he's doing this, we can understand. But when you come into wealth, and people don't ask questions, those people are also giving you permission to others to do whatever it takes, and they will just celebrate you without questioning how you came into that wealth. So I think that it's not a bashing of Regina Daniels. It's a try to understand, can you tell us your story to encourage others? Because we see you in private jets, and then you have a 3 million naira wristwatch. Yeah. And we're trying to understand, is it from acting? If it is from acting, where is Ejike Asiegbu? Where is their own, their own 3 million wristwatch? You know, what exactly are you doing? So that we don't have unnecessary expectation on people thinking, if I just enter the movie industry, I blew.
Well, for me, as much as I want to, we all have the worry of where the source of income is coming from. But the truth is, she might have businesses she's doing that she's not willing to disclose. Come on, if she's doing
those sort of businesses, we should know. I mean, if she's doing the sort of businesses that can give her that kind of, wealth, it will be out in the open. See, we talk about Kylie Jenner here all the time. She's on the front page of Forbes for being the richest, youngest billionaire. We know why. We know where. So the question is not about bashing this young lady. I'm for young people, just doing their best and going into their career and just achieving the best. But the thing in Nigeria, we need to tell ourselves the truth, and we need to tell ourselves the truth quickly, because we have kids.
And if we see people just waking up one morning becoming billionaires, we need to ask questions.
My child will be watching Regina Daniels and be asking me questions. Oh, she got that from acting. And what if it's not from acting? What should I be able to teach my child and teach someone? So that's why we have this conversation.
Why should she care how you train your child? People say, stop. I'm throwing that out there. Yeah. People say, stop making celebrities your role models. Stop forcing them to your role, because you have the responsibility to your children. Yeah. So don't make it look as if, I have to live certain way because of Mariam's child.
But she doesn't owe us any information, right? But asking the questions, you and I asking the question also does not mean that we're bashing her or we're hating on her. Okay. It is important to know Mark Zuckerberg was really young to when he became a billionaire from Facebook, and his story has become an inspirational story. Yes. Her story could be an inspirational story or a story of do not go this path. Right. Do you understand? The thing is not, because the thing about Nigeria is that when you start to ask questions or make comments, it immediately assumes that bad. Yes. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with asking questions.
Last call from Patrick. Thanks for calling.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, sir.
Mariah, you're looking sweet.
Honestly, she is. I agree with you.
What I want to say about this, your so-called misreaction. Why misreaction? Why can't Nigeria just mind their business for God's sake? This girl is not a senator that you would say she has embezzled money from the federal force. And this girl is so blessed. She even go and even help motherless home and what have you. What is the problem? Why can't we just mind our business? Shouldn't be a scene of people talking and we are arguing. If she like, let her go and do money ritual. If you want money, go and do your own. I don't know.
Yes. Patrick, from your mouth.
Yes, we shouldn't be talking of what.
If they use your own child for money ritual, would you like it?
Hello.
If your own child they use for money ritual, would you like it?
Look, everybody has its own life. We have a lot of money rituals, and they know where they are going. If you want to go to hell, go and do money ritual.
Okay, it's your view. Hey, awesome. It's you. Yes, go ahead.
She's blessed, and I thank God for the life of Regina Daniels. And I know what people are praying now. Their prayer point is, the God of Regina Daniels bless me. The God of Regina, remember me. If you know the God of Regina Daniels, you better not pray that prayer. So we see. I read stories of successful people online. And we realize that by reading their stories, you learn their lessons, you avoid their pitfalls. Yeah. That is what we have a dearth of. That we have that gap in Nigeria. We don't have people telling their stories of how they acquire wealth. So we just see people become rich. Yeah. And so we don't understand the principles that will work here on how you become rich. Yes. Fantastic. So help us to.
See, you just entered a point that I wish you can dwell on it, but we can't. Unfortunately, we have to round up. Let's go on a break. So, Regina Daniel, congratulations to your wealth, but just let young people understand where you came from so that
they can also follow the path.
Also follow your path. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
One of the things we wanted to discuss with Waje, which is a trembling topic about her, the fact that she disclosed on social media that she's quitting music due to lack of funds for promotions and promotions and marketing of her new songs. Now, according to her, I don't have money for publicity, and Emerald, her daughter, she doesn't have the school fees for her either. So, what do you think? That was the reason why she's quitting music. Now, the industry is tough. We understand that very clearly, and people go through a lot of phases. I mean, I was once told that it was Waje and I think Sheishi are the only ones that are independent, that are actually just making, they're the ones producing and distributing their music by themselves. Others have support from different places. So when we see Regina, what's her name, Regina Daniel, we came to ask her, like, okay, you just wake up one morning and suddenly you are rich. Waje right there needs that kind of money.
She needs a master class.
Yes.
So that we can.
Exactly. Give her the principles.
Give Waje the principles, what you need to get the money. So today now, let's discuss what we have discussed with Waje. Like a star like Waje, who sings a fantastic voice she has, beautiful voice. Why was it so difficult for her to break through to have the kind of money Regina Daniel has today? What's so difficult in this industry?
Well, for me, the ear of the Nigerian, the listening ear of music in Nigeria shifted, I think, in the late 90s to the hip hop, the club bangers, the kind of song, because we need upbeats. She sings songs that you have to actually listen to, pay attention to. Yes, so her market is a bit limited in Nigeria, but I still feel. Giving up at this point, this might be the making of Waje. You know, we keep talking about story. We keep talking about what's the storyline, this might just be that position where she finds herself if she perseveres.
Right.
Something.
But do you think she's going on a ping pong because she's singing now and she's trying to quit? We just heard she produced a movie.
Yeah.
We don't know how well that movie is doing in the cinemas, and what exactly is going to be her focus?
Okay, so for me, the way I see Waje, and I see a lot of talented, creative people like that, they're usually not business people as well. So you're talented, you're creative, you do great songs, but you probably do not understand the money-making part of the business part of your creativity and talent. So people like Waje may need someone to help harness that talent to make money for them. So maybe that's the way she should be going. Then people that are making money on the side, maybe that you hear that they get endorsements and all sorts of things, but then they use their money to travel, to spend. Maybe when you get this sort of endorsement, think of saving, because there's this thing, or investing, because you know there's this celebrity lifestyle, and a lot of people in that sector feel like they have to keep up with the Joneses. So here you are, you've just gotten this one endorsement, you've just gotten this 10 million, and then you use your whole money to fly private, to dress up in designers, and before you know it, that money is gone. Meanwhile, someone gets that endorsement maybe every year, so you cannot compare yourself with that. So maybe she should learn to invest and separate her creativity from the business part of her.
I think there are a lot of lies in the entertainment industry. Lots of lies. A lot of people are faking it and hoping to make it. And so the reality is some people are in this boat that they are spending their entire savings in the studios, cooking up the jams, correct music, then they gather money, borrow, do the music video, and they are hoping that the media takes it up. Now, the truth is media is paid to take it up. So that's the thing. She's saying that I can't fund the promotions. I can't fund shooting videos. I feel for Waje because she's super talented. Yeah. I feel that I don't believe you should not give up. I believe that sometimes you need to close some shops. You need to end some games and move into something else. And I don't think anybody should begrudge her, because people were yabbing her online that how can she give up? She started, never give up on your dreams. Some dreams you close and then you open another chapter, because if you don't close that one, you don't see something else. So whatever decision you're making, make it rationally. You have a child to consider.
Yeah, 17-year-old. In fact, the child will be 18-year-old this year. Very beautiful girl. But she's just launched a movie. I think she was also going to talk about her new movie. I hope movies are her thing. I really do, because there is an opportunity in that space. So, did you watch the movie? Have you guys watched any of the movie? No, not yet. Okay. All right. So, well, I think we have a call right now from Ken. Ken, are you there?
Yes.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want to I've been trying to reach you for the past 5 minutes now. I want to talk about the Regina Daniel.
Go ahead,
please.
It's okay, please. Nigeria should look into this thing. This idea of mind your business, it's not your mind your business, mind your business. That's what is destroying Nigeria.
Exactly.
When we're young, when you do something, these days I go to 5-star hotels and I see some of my friends' children. I can't say anything. Because of this idea of mind your business, is it your daughter? Is it this, that? I went to Cyprus to see my daughter in school, and I saw one of my colleagues' daughter. I was informed that she does not go to school. But I can't speak, because they will tell you, mind your business, mind your business, mind your... When a child is doing something wrong, you will have the right to interfere. If you say you are rich, tell people how you made your money.
Simple.
You can't be exposing a house.
Thank you very much, Ken. Because Tokwe actually mentioned the issue of FIRs, and I tried to shut her out, but the truth is that FIRs and LIRs should actually be called, once somebody flaunts wealth.
Yeah, let's
call them out. Are you paying taxes?
Yes.
That money that you're flaunting.
That house.
Did you pay, that house that you have, did you pay taxes?
It happened with Linda Ikeji when she showed her mansion in Banana Island.
Everybody,
I think FIRs went
so they should want to call Regina, what's her name? Daniels, and find out
many others that are online, many others with bunch of money, because you see them on Instagram. I'm like, you see them, FIRS, you're saying you've not captured the tax net. When you see those money,
Instagram is your friend.
Yes.
I think Ashwaji said it yesterday, that you must bring as many people into that bracket. So once you see money flowing on Instagram, please
check it out.
Check it out. Follow the money, follow Instagram. Let me take this call. Yakub, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
And then good morning to you. It's like you just take the word from my mouth. I think I totally agree with the last caller. Actually said yesterday that instead of hard VAT, they should be looking inward to collect more tax. These are the people that we need to look up to. You come on social media telling us that you are making it. The Federal Inland Revenue should be able to cut all those people in order for us to make more money in this country. Yes, we are struggling in our own locality here. We are doing our little business. We cannot go on social media telling people that we are making it, because you know that we are not getting there yet. But these people, what has been her name? Regina Daniel says that she has making it. So even though EFCC are supposed to go in as well, because they're supposed to probe the source of income.
Right.
You see, this country, let me tell you, Morayo, all these filmmaker and musicians, I can tell you, Morayo, if you see some certain things these people are doing, you will never love what they are doing, because they are doing something else that we people we don't know. Where do you make the money?
All right. Thank you, Yakub. Okay, we have to go to commercial. Let me let you have the last word here.
The Nigerian music industry is growing. We might not
make money.
People are actually making money. It depends. I feel there's a reason there are record labels. There's a reason there's a marketing team. There's a reason why you should be just the talent. There's a reason there's a presenter, there's a reason there's a producer.
Right.
So that just let everybody do their job.
All right, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll take calls and tweets. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. Before we go to the next topic, let's take some tweets and, from the last two topics. Mariam, go ahead, please.
So, dear Tokwe, it is good to question source and seek some answers to mysterious wealth, but using prostitution... Okay. Social media, Basket Mouth once said, and I quote, person will get money will not show it off. This is Wolfie Abiola. And then Ken Flower says, let's not get it twisted. Acting doesn't pay that much for an 18-year-old to acquire such assets. She's flaunting, the assets she's flaunting. Else, Joke Silva and other veterans would have acquired fleets of private jets by now.
Garth George says, we should all learn to live simple lives, mind our business and avoid comparing ourselves and our lives to others. Ogbenisa says, what Waje faces now is the reality. Many of them live fake lives, and don't be surprised that many of them share similar experiences. I was going through a tweet of one of the big hip-hop artists yesterday, and like retweets were less than 600. Same artist with Itato 100 likes. So I was just talking about.
Well, I'm willing to bet, again, I've been throwing out bets these days, that this Daniel girl, Regina Daniel, is an intern with for a rich person. I'm sure she's an intern. Maybe she, because I can't remember any movie she's acted.
So somebody tweeted that I've never seen her in a movie before.
So I can almost guarantee she's just an intern and that has access to these things, the wristwatches, takes pictures in the private jets. I'm definitely sure, I'm almost sure it's not her wealth. Let's move on to Reno Omokri, who is our new, we should give him a name.
Yeah.
Should we is our
Reno segment where we do
Reno segment. We're going to start doing the Reno segment because Reno Omokri is constantly talking and he's saying things that we like to hear. Okay, he got our attention again. According to him, he says, dear women, don't marry the man of your dreams. Marry the man you know is a manifestation of reality. There are no dream men in caps. They are only real men. What in the world does that mean? You can join the conversation 070-806-68014. You can also tweet to us at TVC and please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Mariam helped us to define it because I didn't understand it. So maybe you can help us.
Well, in my own understanding, I think he's saying stop chasing, you know, the elusive Mr. Right when Mr. Available is right in front of you. So we have people who...
But if Mr. Available is not your type.
It's not your spec. But, you know, we hear this all the time. And I think we hear it more from men, where they feel that what it is, the thing that we want is not possible. Or you want a tall, dark, handsome man who is wealthy and who is well-educated and loves you, you know, forever and ever. But the reality, the way most people explain that the Mr. Available is a man, maybe he's not that tall, maybe not that rich, or if he's rich, may not love you. And so you... But I find that we can actually get our Mr. Right. And most people cannot bring themselves to even go out or date or even sit with someone that they do not have that attraction with. So why is it that we try to, you know, perpetuate that narrative that it's okay for you to go for what you do not like because that is easier to get than wait for the one that would work best for you?
Do you believe in the dream man?
Yes, absolutely. I'm a journalist.
Okay.
It entails spontaneous traveling. If you marry someone who saw you on air and feels you're beautiful, and is someone who doesn't understand the nature of your job, you're in trouble. Because at the end of the day, you hear fights like you have to leave. Talks like this is the reason girls marry in second year in school or immediately after they graduate to the next available guy, just because they want to follow the trend. You marry someone who in 2-3 years, you're asking yourself why. This is another way men put pressure on women to calculate your ultimate achievement with marriage.
We have a mutual friend who was in love with somebody, right? And the person obviously, for whatever reason, wasn't ready. Now, there was an available person who was ready to marry down there like this second. And the person kept saying, I'm not interested. The man was ready, he's a family man. You could see from his family, you could tell that, okay, his parents are together. He really wanted to settle down. He was ready. He was even a religious guy, you know? And our friend said, I'm not in love with him. He was available. But our heart was elsewhere. Now, should society force her to say, that you're elsewhere, leave it elsewhere. This one is ready. Do it. Society will force her to do that, but she insisted that, no way, I'm only in love with X. And unfortunately, right now, X is still yet to...
Honestly, I might go a little bit controversial on this to say that, you know, I believe in marrying for love, but our parents, great-grandfathers had marriages that lasted for a long time and they never even met the men. You know, they are introduced to this man, the family does the verification and checking and say he's from a good home, he doesn't have any illness, they don't have insanity in their family, you should marry. And then epilepsy, they marry. the woman learns to appreciate and loves her husband, and the man takes care of the woman, and they live happily ever after. When we start, I think that's where Reno Omokri is coming from. When you start making this long list of all the things you want him to earn in 5 figures, you want him to be loving, you want him to be a touch person, he should give you words of affirmation, he should buy you gifts, he should care for your parents, he should come and take care of your siblings, he should be able to counsel your siblings. You write this unrealistic list that you're now looking for a man to fulfill. Then the men are now saying that, listen, we are human beings, we are imperfect too. Can you just accept us rather than living in this meals and boons cloud?
Today's woman, listen, you don't have to go for the available. It's not a must. If you say this is the person I love, even if you just become partners or become friends, you're comfortable and that should be sufficient for you. But society doesn't understand it. They're saying, take the available now. He's short. He's from Ekiti.
He slaps you once in a he slaps you around once in a while, but at least he pays the bills. You know, those sort of things. Those are Mr. Available. That can be Mr. Available as well.
Barakat, are you there? Thanks for calling. Oh, I'm so sorry for keeping you. Yes, let me let you jump in here.
Okay, for me, I feel we seem to develop or move from stage to stage in so many things, and we refuse to accept the fact that the people our grandparents were, the people our mothers were, are not the people we are. You rarely hear stories of, especially our grandparents, of you know, beating your wife. They were too busy marrying 4 wives to be beating one. They moved from that to marrying 1 wife. There was too much in their lives for these things to happen. There's so much available for a woman right now that when she realizes that I have to marry because marriage should be companionship, it should be happiness for me, not fulfillment. You know, she becomes a bit choosy because I have to settle with someone that
make me happy.
That will make me happy. It's supposed to be happiness. I'm supposed to want to go back home.
So what we're telling Reno Omokri is that we will continue to look for the man of our dreams. Don't tell us to accept what's available. We will look for the man of our dreams. Yes, he might be hard to find, but we'll wait. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Okay, let's go on a break.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. Still on the topic we're on. We have tweets, Tokwe?
Yeah. So,
Princess Paula says, I think everybody knows what makes them happy in marriage. If marriage is where happiness should grow and be passed to our next generation, then marrying the right person is important. Temitope says, society, family, and age factor can lead to pressure, which you don't even realize has affected you, which was my story, her story. Maria has said it, date as many as possible without being in a relationship with any, then make your decision.
Let me take this call from Prince. Prince, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, so first and foremost, I think I'm an entertainer, so I can talk for entertainers. Okay. I think the issue with YJM is, I don't want to use the wrong word, I think it's a case of looking into the wrong area. For example, YJ made money from music. She's not poor. But the problem now is because she's seen somebody else buying a big house, now she's feeling bad that she cannot shoot the same video that that person is shooting. I'm an entertainer, and there are a lot of things that comes when people appreciate what you do. Now, you might not make that very same amount of money from what you do, but people will still cash it. There are entertainers that people have bought cars in millions. You know, so the higher you go, the more money you make, not just from what you do, but from the appreciation that comes all around. And some of us invest money in other things. You know, so if the original Daniels is buying a house, maybe she has made 20 million from movies, and somebody has said, I like what you do, and the person has given her money, and then she has decided to buy a house. Why is somebody having issues because that person is not buying a house? At least you are buying a car. Right. So you cannot judge your progress with what the other person is doing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Well said. Yeah. Thank you.
Academic says that Regina owes no one explanation on where she got her money. It's a poverty mentality that keeps us where we are now. No one asks a pastor after 5 years living large with offering, please leave Regina alone. Ola Joseph says, no, you should marry the man. You should marry the man of your dreams. The problem is about women is that they generalize that all men are the same. That's absolutely wrong. All men are not the same and will never be the same. Everyone can dream of his own.
I think this Regina is pretty hot, and people keep taking us back to it. I want to ask a question to our audience, and hopefully somebody can call in. If your 18-year-old child comes home and saying she's traveling to America on a private jet, and tells you, oh, she's acting, she has XYZ people with her, and they're traveling to the US, and she's gifting somebody 3 million naira wristwatch. How would that make you feel?
See, in this particular case, she has a job.
Which is acting.
Which is acting. And if your parent is not really, does not really know what exactly you can get from that, you know, there's a way you can sell it to a parent. Remember when we were talking about this lady's daughter, Iyabo Ojo's daughter, going, the mother was upset because, first of all, I know my child, I know what she can. So this is not a girl that has any money and going to spend her money. This is money I know that she doesn't have, you know. But this is a person that can say to you, I work. So, like, we keep using the example of the American Kylie Jenner. She became a billionaire, and her family is celebrating her because they can tell this is where it is coming from. But if my child should come back from school, for example, and drives in with a car and says, now there's a big problem, I will question it and I'll ask her to send it back.
If you get a gift of large sum of money, you become suspicious of what the person wants from you when they give you that money. That intention, you ask that, why would you give me such a large amount of money? But we've gone to the level where when we receive such money now, we just say, thank God, God used you to bless me. Well, I was giving them a gist of when I was single, and someone I was dating got me a phone because he couldn't reach me, and I knew that I couldn't take that phone home. Yeah. Because there was no way I could explain to my parents that I got a phone. So I had to take him and meet my parents that, I've told you about him, he couldn't reach me, so he bought me a phone. Where we get to the point where everything is permissible and we try to shy our eyes away from where we think something wrong might be going on, where we think, we're not saying it is wrong, then we become a society that accepts all. And that's what we have now, where somebody is stealing someone's pants and you see people carrying human heads, or you see ritual killing.
Okay, let me take this off from Nusa from Florida. Thanks for Nusa.
Good morning,
Musa Dololuwa. Go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling.
Musa Doluwa from Florida. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to everybody in the studio.
Good morning.
First of all, this is like 5 a.m. I had to wake up 4 a.m. to watch the show.
Thank you.
Woke up with banter of YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like Nima usually says, don't let us mix people. The case of Regina, I don't care what her age is or whatever. She's not supposed to be the issue. The issue is like people spending money that we don't know about. We don't need to know. The EFCC, those are the people that need to know where the money is coming from. For instance, I think sometimes about early last week, there was a guy that was caught on Instagram that was caught with his girlfriend's pad or whatever. Yeah. And people said, like, some weeks before then, he just bought a car. Now we know that the money for the car is from rituals. So either Regina is spending money she made or she didn't make, time is going to tell. And the time that should tell is our EFCC finding out these things quietly. It might take 2 years, 3 years, even 5 years for them to find out where this person got his or her money from. Yeah. But they should find out.
Thank you very much, Musa.
We should know in time.
Thank you very much, Musa Doluwa.
Moral issues.
Yeah, I was going to come to the moral issues.
I know someone that was saying, I'm praying for my friend, I'm praying for my younger brother, so that the Yahoo is doing will hit. Do you understand? Like, you're praying, and some parents will send their kids out and be like, don't you see other children that are bringing car home? They are bringing big men home. You are going to be doing this. We need to go back to these values and morals, and what are we imputing into the children in the next generation?
About values, because, and I know you've not spoken for a while. Yeah. Values and morals, where do we lose it? We're an 18-year-old. Yes, she's an adult according to the law, but where an 18-year-old just has the freedom to just splash all this kind of wealth. Yeah. Like, at 18, there's still that fear of, my parents, you still have that, you still have restrictions.
It goes back to parenting, but let me give this example. And Alex, the girl that did Big Brother, Nigeria, it was her birthday recently, and someone gave her a Range Rover. and she said she did not take it because it came from an admirer. She says, okay, if I take it today, what happens tomorrow if I say I don't like you anymore? Are you going to now take it away from me? And then her fans came together and they got her a Toyota, and she says she understands that. You know, but these are not the stories you hear. They don't make the front pages of, you know, and that is it. It's about parenting. Where did Alex learn that from? For me, I think it's how she was raised. You come home with a pencil that's not yours in primary school. Your mother makes you take it back and apologize to whoever owns it. She embarrasses you, so you're afraid from then to bring things that do not belong to you that you know you don't own.
I'll take Abdul now, and I'll come to you, Chidebere. Abdul, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm actually calling for the first time.
Welcome to the show.
Actually, I want to contribute on the issue about women not marrying the man of their dream, rather marrying the one who is a manifestation of reality.
Yes.
You can see that a lot of people they confuse the reality to the ascribed lifestyles which we see on our movies today. They kind of put themselves into those kind of lifestyle, forgetting that it is a lifestyle that is being designed by producers, and it's another different thing in actually the reality we're into. You understand? And another thing is finding that real person or the right person. All of us want the right person, but nobody actually wants to be that right person. You understand?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Abdul. Let me let Chidebere come in here.
Okay, for me, I feel social media has done a lot with bringing people's morality or lack of such. Because you have to have grown to understand the fact that people don't share the same level of morality. There are things, there are certain things that shouldn't count for you, but it counts for others. Right. So there are certain parents that feel, have given birth to you, giving you a secondary education, giving you a university education. However you make the money and come back is not my business. All you have to do is bring money home. You have to bring money home, which is part of the reason you see these things happen and you're wondering, don't they have parents? Right. So as much as we want to say, we need to bring back the morale, we need to raise the value system, you have to understand that some people don't have it. So
that's going to break. When we come back, we'll take more tweets and we'll take more phone calls. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. Somebody just sent me a message about Dubai porta potties. Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay. I think it's still, let me just go and do some more research on that. Somebody sent me a message saying that young ladies go to Dubai, do some extremely fetish things for these billionaires in exchange of money. Well, I will go research it. We don't know yet if that's involved in this case. But somebody just sent that to me. We'll go and do more work on that. Yes, take some more tweets.
Layit Smart says, I believe we all have dreams in life and we plan to achieve. So I think getting married to a man of your dreams is okay. All men are real. You just need to find your soulmate and that's your dream man. Lestrange says, I think he meant sometimes the expectations some ladies have are a tad too unrealistic. Oh, and one of my colleagues wants to know if any one of you really got married to the man of your dreams or you just fell in love with some imperfect guy that you met. So that's the question for us. That did you just fall in love with one imperfect guy? Did you have like this dream guy and you married the dream guy?
You know something about marriage? When you're dating the person is perfect. Then when you marry the person, you're like, I didn't notice this.
I had a list.
Well, you said that. I was waiting for you.
I said that several times. I had a list. The only thing that was not on my list was the skin color. Everything was exactly as I wanted it. I prayed to God. I was a young, single girl. I said, God, I wanted somebody that was born and raised in Ife. That was born and raised in quarters, OAU quarters, because I heard that quarters boys are just well-behaved boys. They're well-groomed, they grew up in the family structure, you know, all their parents are always together, they had that. So I had it in my head. So I wanted a quarters boy, I wanted somebody who was professional, my husband is a lawyer, I wanted somebody who was educated, I wanted somebody, I had all the list, and I wanted a tall, dark. My husband was fair. That was the only thing that was on that God just outspotted me on. But everything else, I got my list. So I got my dream guy. Mr. Reno Omokri, I got my dream guy.
Okay. Yes. I didn't have a list too.
You didn't have a list?
But yes. But there's something about my husband which is he's very optimistic, very positive. That's who he is. And I come from a family of warriors. We worry about everything before it happens. You know that passage in the Bible that says, do not worry. He was talking to my family. We worry about everything. So to now meet someone who didn't live his life like that was such a relief, a breath of fresh air. It's just like, I'm camping here. I'm not going anywhere.
Did you have a dream guy?
No. I am a very imperfect girl, and I met an imperfect guy, and I just fell in love. So I didn't have any
dream guy.
Yeah, I do have a dream guy.
Tell us about your dream guy.
First of all, he has to love sports. That's number one.
Okay. So he has to love sports.
Because a guy has to be accommodating to know that on Saturday, I wake up very early, like most people, do my chores because I have to sit down by 12:30 and I watch, you know, a lot of games, probably till like 9 p.m. or thereabout. So he has to be that accommodating, of course, understanding of the job, that one. I like tall guys. I'm a tall girl, so it's a bit difficult for me to...
So if you see a short guy who likes sports...
What do you mean by short?
Shorter than me? Shorter than you and likes sports, you wouldn't even consider it?
Don't. Let me tell you.
Wait, now I'm talking to her, Miriam. Would you consider it?
I don't know.
Okay, don't. Let me tell you why. My mom used to say to me, oh, you're so tall. If you meet a guy that's not as tall as you are, you know, go with him. My mom's been married twice. My dad passed, was taller than her. My stepdad is taller than she is. I'm like, you got two tall men twice. And my husband is taller than I am, so don't settle if you want to.
So, sports number 3.
Very spiritual. I'm actually very, very...
You have your spirituality.
Yes, I'm going to spiritual. All this hair. I better sit down.
No.
Sit down.
You're not attached. Oh, this is just part of it.
It's just hair.
It's the spirit.
Okay, so number 3 spiritual. Number 4.
Number
four leaves room for, you know, all the ones that we can. Okay, maybe he's not perfect here, but I can live with it.
Okay. You did say one important thing. What's that? Finance.
Finance?
Are you not considering finance?
See, I plan to be rich.
No romance.
So I cannot attract somebody that does not share the roadmap.
No romance without finance.
If you wanna be with Cheetah Berry. That's all we can take on the show, ladies. Hope you guys have a fabulous weekend.
Thank you.
And I'm wishing you the same too. Have a fabulous weekend. We'll see you Monday. God bless you. Bye-bye.